I think about how we express love more often now as parents. It was like my dad was always saying, he would always give me a conversation about respect. And as I got older, I interpreted that respect of what his meaning of love, like when you show somebody respect, they're gonna respect you. I expect you, Larry, that you respecting me enough when I ask you to do chores that you're doing, because I respect you, like to give you an allowance, or you want to get a bike or something like that. Yeah. So it was all matter of respect with him, and I guess that's the way that he was raised with his father. Because I knew his father, met his father. His father was like a respect guy, like it's all respect. And when I did have that conversation, when I was telling him he bought the cinnamon rolls, he mentioned that like my dad never really said I love you, but I respected him as a man because of what he was providing for the family. Right. So I knew that he cared. So that's what I show. I try to show you this. There was love to him. There was love. And I used to think to myself, when I have kids, I'm gonna have that respect for them. And that's gonna be my way of love. But it didn't work out that way.
No, they don't respect me at all.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, all right, you're fine. But no, I kind of felt that in myself. Yeah. There was something missing. That I'm gonna have to express this love, not only just say it to them, but to let them know that they're loved. And as it's back then, I think it was like a kind of a confusing thing, because as a child then, when you just hear respect all the time, then you had to realize that this roof over your head is love, boy.
Well, it's true. Now, again, that goes back to the old generation, like children should be seen and not heard. And all these things, and as I've worked with Kim and, with my son and working to do things, I think, differently. I think it's just a much different philosophy. There's a great little lesson about that, showing love to your parents or whatever. Jacob, my son Jacob, he was out visiting, and I asked him to make the bed. And I said, because I was making the bed. He said, well, Dad, why are you making the bed? He says, well, Kim and I had a conversation about this. We just have a rule, whoever the last one out of bed makes the bed. But she had stated it, it's like kind of one of the ways that you could show me that you love me was by making the bed. And so I said that to him, I said, one of the great ways that you can show your love, like for, myself or for Kim, is if you just make the bed. That's just, but he did it. The rest of the time, I never had to ask him again. He always, after he got up and after he always made the bed. And I would tell him, and I said, thank you. I know that means that you love me, and I appreciate that, But just, that would be never been a conversation when I was a kid. You make the bed because I told you to make the bed. And I think, but learning and understanding that, switching that mentality to, it's actually an expression of love. The same as you buying me clothes and making sure I'm fed and have a roof over my head and a safe place to sleep. Those little things add up to quite big.
Something I have to use though. When my kids are messing the room with a mess, no, you don't love me enough because you haven't cleaned your room.
Now I've tried it with Tabby, and she's like, all right.
No, tonight I'm actually gonna try that. I'm like, how much do you love Daddy?